לדבר. Hi everybody. Thanks to the weather, and it's cold. In my day off, I didn't travel, so I'm going to lecture to you about this important, very VIT, very important time. And I'm waiting 30 seconds that all the Israelis will be, because we didn't even let you know the American, because it was just a short notice, because all of you are already sleeping. So, and it's a very important time, and big tikkun and big fixing. So I want to try to pass the knowledge to you that you will be able to celebrate this time and fix. And it's a very powerful time. It's more than powerful time. It's like everything. So, Yam, okay?
Yes.
So, now, with all the shivering, swinging in the subconscious, in the private subconscious and in the collective subconscious, like really big shaking, that the main question is asked, that the spirit want to be finally use the physical body, because it's the only place that the soul and the spirit can go forward and can pure the darkness. So the main question is that's what the spirit asks, and in Hebrew question it's come to bring things up from the dungeon. Can I go forward and pure myself? And of course the spirit doesn't care about other souls and doesn't love other souls, doesn't want to take other souls forward. That's a very big cosmic joke. She's very kind of focusing herself to see if she can go forward for this body. This is why every other person now create almost every other person create a pre-cancer. And a pre-cancer, it's not a punishment. A pre-cancer, it's that the spirit let you know ahead that she want to try, in Hebrew to try come from the word miracle. She want to try to go forward for this body, because if she didn't think that there is a chance to change priorities, change way of thinking, go forward, you will discover it later when it's really cancer. The pre-cancer, it's before to go forward, we had to swim in a sheet. Now we can read a sign in WhatsApp or Twitter. Sheet, we don't have to swim in it. This is why every other person kind of like in a question mark. And when the system in a question mark, it means we need really to change a way of thinking, priorities, to fix the drawers. Like in the kitchen, you cannot put the drawer that belongs to the bottom up. No. And for my work that I stopped already to work on a lot of people that had pre-cancer and now they don't. The connection to their spirit after me finish to the work and they change priorities, it's 60, 70 more stronger. That's exactly the reason why the spirit make them a waking up call early, and the ability of the spirit to live inside the body and to function from the physical body, it's unbelievable. And all this process to the people that has chance to choose life and to allowing things that never allowed before, and the souls that decide that they can really go forward for this physical body. The next thing is that our soul want to stretch the beams. Our soul want to be separated from all the places inside of us that we cannot stretch the beams of light, our sun, the sun in us. Because we are made of light, we create light, we purified light, even the physical body, it's different density of light, everything is light. And light love to shine, to give light, not to others. No way, there is no one soul in this world that want to give other soul some light or show her the way. No way. Even me that I'm bringing you this highest knowledge, I'm doing that just for me. And if it talks to you, it means it's inside of you and you can use it and you can really wake up. In Hebrew, to trust come from the word to lean, like someone lean on me. We need now to take the tendency of we want other people to trust us, or we want us to trust other people, and take these two tendencies and use them as the ability to trust our spirit, because we're not affected by others at all, and we not affect others. We need to learn, and we develop all the tendencies to develop free approach, free way to our spirit, to trust just our spirit, because everything is accurate and everything is wise, and the spirit never punish, never bring lesson up if she doesn't see the chance to vibrate it. And we need to take this tendency, because if someone lean on me, my beam cannot, or I want to lean, or I want other people to lean on me. I heal souls, and sometimes I sneeze to right, they will die, and I sneeze to left, they will be alive. And I take this tendency that, and I'm telling them physically, don't thank me, don't trust me, thank the part in you, because it's all you. Yeah, I'm the doorman, but I'm here for me. And it's a very, very, very important now that the sun is trying to separate it. This is why it's a very, very, very extreme, very extreme time. That everything is coming up. All the old and all the things that we're not free in here, the system tried to free the concept, because the concept is here, to free the beams and to free who we are as a soul that going forward in this physical body, because we never been in such a dimension like now, in such a need. And why I'm saying it? It's not just because every other person is a pre-cancer, it's a pre-cancer cells. And I'm working now 18 hours a day or 20 hours a day like I used to be when I was 20. It's because for the first time, we're going to try to light up the darkness place in us. The deepest, the darkness, the reason why we choose life, the reason why we choose lessons, the amount of the difficulties in the lessons, and it's the pull of the emotion. From the belly button till the sex organ, all this, it's the pool of the emotion. It's the intelligent emotion. That's everything. Through this, we're happy, we're sad, we're allowing fountain of youth. Everything is this. If we feel that the problem is bigger than us because there is too dense here and the emotion doesn't come up. I always said that emotion are pot that stink, that looking for a pure cover. Because the idea is supposed to come down, the faucet of the idea to come down, and the emotion is supposed to come up, if it comes one by one. Until now, it couldn't come one by one. This is why we sad, we depressed, we feel that it's bigger than us, we don't know what to do. Every time we go into our mind because we paralyze here, because we're afraid to touch here, because we're afraid that the emotion will be bigger than us. We're afraid to remember. And finally, after 26,000 years, in the last 2 weeks, I'm receiving a lot of knowledge how to pure this part, how to make this part of us, how enjoy this part, how allowing this part to allowing us youth, happiness, love, joy, and it's not just words. Fixing the skin, make a center, because the sun, the soul, want to separate it also from the pool of the emotion. When we separate it from the pool of the emotion, 90% we less fear from the fear. 90. 9-0. When we're allowing it, we agree to be who we are, we agree to be entity, that spirit, sex for us, it's not curse and it's not something to hide, it's something to melt the physic and to discover our spirit. It's when we fix here, especially women, they're allowing the circle of the double to work. All my life I teach, when you pay not to other, when you pay really to yourself. This way in Hebrew, to pay, it's to be whole. You're allowing double. When you receive what you have now, that it's exactly what you're content and what can pass through you, you're allowing double, you're allowing double. And that's our job, to allow in double, because we never receive and we never give, and no one really give us even like that. There is no such a thing. Our job is to allow in the spiral of the blessing by opening this amazing block here. Because when we open here, we agree to the male softness. And then if you agree to the male softness, that everything begin with the male softness, you're allowing the female receiving. All the rape in the world, because this block is to block. And in Hebrew, to change is to repeat. And when you not succeed to change from inside, you invite attack from outside. So I'm talking about the biggest junction ever for human being, especially for women. And I tell you why. The pool of the emotion now to be, and it's just the beginning, my knowledge is just the beginning. The pool of the emotion now to really be, really like a pool, not stinky water, dense memories, trauma, to be an intelligent emotion, because this is the only intelligence that exists, There is no other intelligent. Through this we choose lifetime and we choose everything. It's supposed first to be grounded to the side, left to the left, right to the right. And energetically. Second, the top of the vagina, inside the vagina, the top, and the bottom of the pool of the emotion, there is an energetic pipe, small, like few centimeters, like that, 4 centimeters, like inch and a half. That till now, this pipe was always closed to everybody. To everybody. This is why women create to be insulted, to be abused, because this pipe, for the first time, just before 2 weeks, we just now to start to learn about this pipe and to start to allowing to work and to open this pipe, that it's a very, very important, this pipe. And what, for men and women also, it's the rectum. It's in English we know it, we call it anal. But it's not just the rectum, it's the male and the female, because until 28 years old, to 20 years, that we didn't add ourselves to someone that died, that the death and the conceiving was different. Between lifetime, we've been just mouth and rectum, the male and the female. So, if the rectum is free, and these pipes start to open, and your pool of the emotion grounded left to the left, right to the right to the side, finally it will be a new order in this pool of the emotion. Finally, it will come one by one. When it comes one by one, it's equal to the idea, and then I'm clear to myself. I'm not open to others, because there is no such a thing. I'm open to the ability to try to fix. If I create a situation to try to fix, I'm open to it. So these pipes can start to be opened by physically. We don't need to go inside the vagina, from out, and spiritually, and maybe some hypnosis by me, and like what I call the language of the spirit. And it can be also far from work from far, but it changed everything. Change the ability in me that I'm half angel, half animal, and there is no block between. Change my ability to allow in double, in money, in youth, in health. Change my skin, and if my skin, the best organ in the body, is getting young, so it stimulates all the centers around my body, and it's something very big. It changed the way I feel, finally. Because why people go to their mind? Even there is no such a thing, mind. Look, I can check heart, I can check liver, I can check skin. I cannot check mind. Mind, it's not an organ. It's just a way to block the head and to block the physical body. So every time we go into the mind, we paralyze the system, and we go into the mind just because we paralyzing in the pool of the emotion. It's the place that we have more, even physically, more nerve even than the head. And to allowing now the youth, and to allowing all the magic, and I'm just 2 weeks with that. It's just the beginning. But I feel it's the biggest junction ever, because that's the biggest junction in us that was always being closed. We didn't know that even it can be open. We didn't know. This is why when people even put awareness, they don't really touch themselves. It doesn't come down. And then they put awareness with their mind. It's like to drink soup with a fork. So it's the first time really we have all the ability to allowing the higher self to sit inside the physical body and not to jump from it, because we open and we're not holding. And then we separate the male and the female. And we're not holding anymore. And we don't leave the past so traumatic, so like, and we're not afraid from what we create. Why we create mirror and we're afraid to look at them, that we will meet ourselves, because it's still paralyzed here. And whatever I will say and whatever I will lecture, it's just one drop in the ocean about this issue. This is my feeling. And I never wrong about it. Because now all the sun want to separate it finally through this pool of the emotion. That's biggie. That's everything. That's the calmness we need. That's the energy we need to do. That's the engine to, that's the life. That's to choose life. Why I said that people, this process start to people that either had already pre-cancer and now they use it, or they don't need the pre-cancer to wake up, and it's their need now.
To wake up.
It's their need now not to wake up yet. It's their need now to try to fix this pool of the emotion, because that's the system. Probably most of the population will not even reach the need to open this pipe, or to ground the,
Light the sun.
or to allowing all these things, because it's just very, very high quality of souls that has this option now. Option to try. And I don't know yet how, but I see when I work energetically, when I do some language of the spirit, when it start to open. And then we're not afraid from love, because we not love others. We agree to learn to love what we create. And that's biggie. So it's a very, very important time. And I forget to tell you, even you don't understand, this is a new book that came next week. It's my book. Yam wrote it, of course, for my knowledge. Yam was genius about it. Beautiful, beautiful book. The publisher in Israel that saw the book, that he has maybe 2 million books, he said, wow, I never saw such a beautiful book like that. It's called The Purpose. And it's a very, very beautiful book with boxers, with a lot of turquoise sentences of what I said. And Yam was a genius to write all these angles. And it's amazing, because the minute you open, let's say you don't know how to flow near sex, near money, near food, near this, you open the book in this chapter and right away it tune you, because all the angles is there. And we're going now to receive an answer from the biggest store in Israel. And in Israel, if you sell 3,000 or 4,000, it's the best seller. I know it's not like America, but this is in Israel. So it's very, and I'm very excited, and I read it. I read few pages in it, and every time I was crying, and because it's very, very strong, very deep, and cover all the angles and all the knowledge that passing through me, and it's the basic. I call it, it's the ticket for the new world, but it's multi-dimension ticket that you can use it all the time. Of course, every week I have a new knowledge, and even what I'm talking about, it's not in the book, but still there, it's the basic, it's the foundation. So this is now, it's a very, very important time. This is why every other person, it's in a question mark. This is why the spirit finished the need not to count like a spirit. And the physical body finished the need not to count as a physical body. We made from these two forces, and the system finished the need not to be together and separate. Because remember, we are light in the vessel, but the soul count as a light just if she's in the physical body, and the body count as a physical body just if there is a soul in it. Most of the people not here. But if you create to meet me and I'm the doorman that merge in the soul every day, it means you have the need. But the system finished the need to be separated. That's it. So this is why it's a question mark time. This is why it's the spirit asks, can this person, can he change his way of thinking? Can he change priorities? Can he will learn to open his emotion and not to think with his mind? That's the main question. So that's the cloud of what's happening now. Probably I didn't talk about all the angles that connected to here. Why? Because everything is connected to here. To choose life, which kind of life, which kind of fixing, which amount of density we need inside the lesson. That's biggie. Because sometimes we need crashiness. Sometimes we need to try to wake up by touching us gently. So that's everything. And youth and happiness and not to want to run away anymore and to merge the schedule of the spirit when she's in the night fixing us, not to be afraid from the first friction and to be on time, our time, and to be able to meet ourselves and not to be afraid of it and not to fear from the fear. And wow. Okay. Questions?
Yeah.
We have here just Yam and Michaela because we just before 1 hour I decided to lecture to you, so I didn't even invite people here. But people probably, even the Israelis in the Facebook.
We'll see it afterwards.
And
some are watching now and some will see afterwards.
Yeah.
Michael, it's not a question, it's a chidud. If you can...
Chidud.
Chidud in
English.
Elaborate a little.
תגידי חידוד in English. חידוד.
Sharpen, elaborate a little the connection between the sun that wants to light and to be separate, and the pool of the emotion. What's the connection of these two processes that are...
First of all, if you look at the sun, from all over her side she has beams. That's also our soul. Our soul till now was afraid to open the beams down to us. We're afraid from our animal part, we're afraid to receive double. We always thought that there is outside God, it's the biggest cosmic joke. Everything will come up from up. All the religions build on up and up. Why? Because it was a symbol how they're afraid from our lower parts. In this part, it's the biggest darkness, density in us. The biggest density part in us is the pool of the emotion. It's the intelligent emotion. That's the only intelligent that exists. What's that intelligent? It's the wisdom of the spirit and the ability to translate here, to translate this wisdom on earth. What's that on earth? In all the dimension of the light in the different densities. So the sun will also spread the beams down here. We are men. We have less even chance. The man has less even chance. This is why all the men are fucked up. in the intelligent emotion,
the
because they have just the rectum to try to separate a little bit. Women know. Women have this pipe in the top of the vagina and the bottom of the pool of the emotion. They have this pipe that men doesn't have it. So it's about time that the sun will also send the beams to us, inside of us, to the lowest places, darkness places, animal density places in us. That's the connection.
One of them.
One of them.
Thank you.
And not to be afraid to fear. And not to be afraid to feel. Every time you feel something, you want to translate this feeling in your mind, few hour stories about it. And we're not really allowing to feel who we are. We're not feeling how big soul we are. We're not feeling the soul. We're not loving the process. We're not loving that there is the ability to fix. We're not loving the idea that we are spirit. This biggest dense darkness library in us, and it's why we want always that other people will give us consciously and subconsciously what's missing in us, and actually no one in this world can give you anything. Even people around you has changed for what's missing in you more than what they need, kind of like, because we're afraid to develop that inside. We don't know how to allow in, so we want. That's the tendency that we want. And what's the joke? Because there is no outside reality, who I see, who I choose to see, I choose to see all the people that has more than what they need, that what's missing in me. So I think everybody has, and me, I'm the only one in the world that doesn't have. I don't know that I choose, and that's the only binocular that I see. And I feel bad because I feel, look, everybody has and me not.
Michael, you say that soulmates, sometimes they have everything that is different from us. And
everything, not just soulmates.
everything.
Look at
Yeah,
your both hands. Same,
yes, but
same,
opposite,
and one. Wholeness.
yes. But in soulmate, it's stronger, and also it's sometimes stronger the fact that some people want the soulmate, the person that they're married to give
Don't
them.
even mention married.
Yeah,
Married,
okay,
it's
to give them
it's
what
an old
they're
cosmic
missing.
joke.
So what if I see I'm there's a person, the soulmate in front of me has things that are missing in me.
Look at me.
Yes, that you have things that are missing in me, but if I develop those things within me, not from you.
You choose to see, especially with soulmates, it's always like the next lesson. You choose to see what he has just when you have potential to develop in you. If not, you will never see something that's missing in you if you didn't have potential to develop it.
So
it's like we not suffer now from a lesson and from a lesson that I'm supposed to pass next month. I will not suffer now. But if I have a potential to create something and I create the mirror to see it, and I don't develop, then I will suffer now.
Yes, but also if I develop it, so then I see in the person in front of me
Develop
something
it.
else.
Develop it. It's a process.
Yes.
Develop it. It's not okay. Like you touch the iPhone and it's light up. No. Develop in spirit. It's a process, and the only target is the way.
Okay.
You understand? But why we can happy? Let's say it was difficult in you and sitting here. And then you put awareness and it's here. It's already more happiness and more freedom. and then it will come again and it's here, and then it will come again and it's here. Till the day that you will be the teacher of your suffering, the teacher of your fears. Why it's so cosmic joke when I look at the other person, I say, from these things you fear, give me your fears and I will be enlightened in 2 minutes. Fears, it's the only way. This way in Hebrew, fear and impulse forward, it's the same. Fears, it's the only way. It just tells me where I need to be the next teacher of what issue. That till now paralyzed me and now I'm free in my screen.
So I'm going to continue this subject. When you were talking about that I see in my soulmate exactly the things that I need to fix now.
Not just in your soulmate.
Yes, but I'm talking
in soulmates it's more stronger, but every reality that you choose to see outside can be a building, a person, a group, a view. You choose to see it and your eyes bump to it just because it's a potential mirror to meet yourself and to try to take forward things inside of you.
Yes, but the question is, what if I see in one person or one soulmate, it doesn't matter, not just one subject that I need to develop now, few of them, so does that mean that the emotions coming too
Means
much?
there is no order in the emotion.
Yes.
Life built from one by one, not like this joke like cow by cow. Para para. Life is one by one. Order, it's one by one. If you see few things, it means you still look from your mind and not feeling. And that's exactly the next thing that we're going to fix in our system. To be able to be present. Not to be in the next moment. Not to be in the worried. Not to guarantee the future. Not to want to guarantee the future. Because there is no future at all. There are 40 options of the future. To be able to create a mirror, to breathe, to take the tendency to breathe in, and to allow in the releasing. That's a very, very important for us. So in the order of the pool of the emotion, they never come 2 by 2. They never come 3 and 4. They
but
come.
In life, in reality, they are coming.
No.
In my reality.
In your reality, because you still, your pool of the emotion still very, very stinky mud.
Okay, but...
Okay, so this is why if it comes 3 or 4, it means you're not going to fix. It means you will have the tendency that this mirror will give you things that...
No, the question is what is the next thing to do? Not is what is the situation now, because I understand what is the situation now with the stinky pool. I'm asking what do I do if I create to see a picture in the mirror through my mirror I see something missing in me, so I need to forget everything else just
your
to
spirit wants you to see just, she wants to fix just one thing
at a time. One thing
one at a time, because just one. This is why now we create the little pipe, the rectum, the grounding in the side, that the pool of the emotion will bring up one. Because the idea also come one drop, and they supposed to meet. So your job is to agree to learn now, and slowly I will develop technique how to do it physically, how to guide, but just intentionally. Agree to learn about it. Agree to release the anal in the rectum, not to be a Monica from Friends. Agree to ground your pool of the emotion, left to the left, right to the right. Agree to this little pipe from the top of the vagina, the deepest place in the vagina, to the bottom of the pool of the emotion will be a bridge, 2 sides. Both sides is the bridge. How you say it in English? Dudes. Like you have a street that both sides cars can be like that and like that. That's the pipe.
I didn't understand the bridge.
The pipe.
That it goes out and in?
The pipe is supposed to be in and out.
What goes in and out?
The pipe. To be a bridge between your vagina and ability to receive and all that to the pool of the emotion.
And at the same time, the pool of the emotion releases, you receive and release at
Yes,
the same time
yes,
through
yes.
this pipe.
Everything. The minute we agree to these four sides, pipe, grounded, rectum, we will begin to release one emotion. And what's the big thing in it that I didn't even speak about it? All our life, when we create to try to fix things, we always feel that the problem is bigger than us. Less and more, that's why. Because we couldn't touch, we couldn't really fix. So always the problem was bigger than us. With this new need, we will never feel that what we create is bigger than us. And I can lecture just about these sentences, few days, because it's everything for me. To feel that what you create not bigger than you, and to feel your big spirit, and to feel and to see the problem like the spirit. When the spirit brings the next thing to fix, she never panics, she never think. She see it as a, wow, there is a next lesson to try to fix things. Wow, see the next option to go forward. That's how the spirit feel it. And now, why in Hebrew to think come from the word important? And what's our purpose? To think like our spirit. That's our purpose. Not like spirit, like my spirit. That's my purpose. This is why in Hebrew to think and important come from the same word. It means we will never feel that the problem that we create and try to fix that bigger than us.
You said in the last lecture in Hebrew that the sun have 70 beams.
Yes.
And
because we're made from 70 dimensions of light.
Okay, so it's
this way, even in the Judaism, there is 70 dimensions of the Bible, of the Torah. This is why between Sukkot and Hanukkah, 70 days. This is why in Hebrew, between light and skin, it's 70 dimensions. And also the sun has 70 beams.
Yes,
and 21 from them connected to the pool of the emotion.
21 beams?
21 beams.
And they were paralyzed until now, or almost didn't
folding,
function.
paralyzed, darkness beam.
So these beams are, it's like we have 70 subjects in life to fix or stuff like that.
70 systems, 70 dimension.
It's not like every beam is to one subject in life that we need to fix.
Yeah, but we can never know that. When I create you, I don't know what I'm fixing in me, why I create you, why now, what you symbolize in me, what I want to fix in me. We cannot put our mind, especially now, to inside the need spirit. But I trust that there is no outside reality. I trust that, like in Hebrew, to repeat and to change is the same word. That every time I have a chance to change, I repeat in it, and I trying to fix this in me. This is why it's a very, very extreme time. I never saw that to each person create all, of course, people that has a chance to fix that. I'm not talking about all the sleepy dimensions. Everything extreme, everything want to come up. Male and female. מה זה?
You.
I'm everywhere. I'm feeling God. It's like extreme from everywhere, because, and especially all the issues, and it will continue the next month and two. because the system wanna try, the soul wanna try to be separated. Like I said in the beginning, and I remind you again, take the tendency to other people to try that you want other people to trust you, and take the tendency that you want to trust other people, especially in the family, especially your healer, whatever, and take all the tendency and use it to trust your spirit.
Take the tendency to lean on others.
To lean, to want other people to lean on you, very, very important. The most powerful meal to the spirit to make her want to stay here, it's when you really agree who you are and how you put your spirit in the first priority, second priority, third priority, fourth priority, fifth priority, sixth priority, 70 priorities. Because enough with all this projection that we care about you, that we want for you, that we suffer because you, that we love you, that we want you to love us, that you did for me. I'm a healer and I'm healing 500 people a day and I never do anything for anyone. I know it sounds very bad to the mind, but that's my truth for the spirit.
Michal, I don't know where to start with the questions.
So begin with the answers.
Yeah, so I will say something. It's, for me, it feels like this process now that we created now feels for me
That
like
we created in the, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's some kind of a beginning. It's like, even if I'm listening to you more than, I don't know, almost 20 years, it feels like this is the beginning now, because
no, the beginning of this fixing, it's a next level.
The sun is like...
Yeah, but it's a very big junction, yeah. I think till now, and of course, I'm a 40 years healer and I pass all the junction and I'm a leader of these junctions. I think till now, it's the biggest option to try to go forward, really.
To be us, yes.
To be us. To feel, because like I teach 200 kind of energy work, and I said that you never feel others. There is no such a thing. You just feel yourself, and finally you will feel your spirit. You will feel a process. You will feel the energy inside of you. You will feel everything, and if you want to feel, open the most dense darkness, density, memories, trauma inside of you. And I'm not talking about the sex life that it's going to change everything, and of course it's going to fix for us as a man not to want to sleep with all the women, and all the women not to, anyway we're not sleeping with others, but not to want to use other. It will be really to feel who we are, soulmates, energy. It's going to change everything in life, everything.
So men only have to agree now to the three parts, not the pipe.
Of course, they don't have a pipe.
So just both
like
sides.
To ground and to release the rectum.
To release the tendency to hold, or to control.
To hold, to control, to mix between male and female, because it's the male and female point. Why man has the G point in the rectum?
To release female and male, and in the pipe to allow a bridge on both sides to לנקז, to come out and to receive.
Yeah.
What to come out and to receive?
I will send you in a fax, big list. What?
Whatever.
To pure.
Whatever.
To pure, to make an order. Each one has it's a different order in his emotion that he need to release. Memories. It's not to release the thought, it's to release the thought about the thought. Pay attention to this. It's to release the memory, it's to release the thought about the thought.
Michal, I have some question, please let me. One question. You were talking also in all this subject that you're talking. You also talk
And
about...
I feel now that I'm very quiet about it because
Yeah.
I feel that all my life I waited to this point. I feel all the knowledge is connected to it.
Okay.
And whatever I said, I feel that I said very little about it.
Yeah. One of the things you were saying is the connection between the זכרי ונקבי, איך אומרים,
Male and female.
Okay, so it's also the point where the female and male connected and they need to be separated and connected. חיבור וההפרדה בין הזכרי לנקבי בתוכנו זה ביסוד. אתה דיברת על זה עכשיו שזה גם כן קשור לברכת הרגשות.
There is another one thing. The fear point, the fear center in women,
Yeah.
between the vagina and the rectum, there is 1 centimeter like this, like what size of my nail. And that's the center of the fear. Automatically. From there also, when it's open, it's going to send a beam from the center of the fear to the earth and inside the earth. And the minute we're doing it, all our energy fields become amazing accordion.
Wow.
If not, if this is closed, so all our energy fields, it's like that, squeezed, like closed accordion. So this is another thing that connected. And we are a man, we don't have this center fear there, because there between the testicles and the rectum, there is a sewing.
So you don't have
Sewing. There is a sewing like here, like in the pants.
like a hinge.
תפר.
Just,
איך אומרים?
I'm not sure, but it's like sewing.
Okay, like sewing. So for us, the fear point as a man, it's in the rectum. Inside the rectum. But women,
A stitch.
the stitch, yeah. But women, Google it.
I googled it.
But women has this option to open very powerful their energy fields when they fix the pull of the emotion. And I said, no, not anyone yet fix it. So I don't want people to jump because it's just the beginning of the beginning. Then the energy fields will be amazing, and then the women, for the first time in the history of human being, they will not need don't need the need to protect themselves. Women protect themselves all the time, and protection, all what is doing, it's invite attack, all the insulted, rape, murders, in vulnerability, it's because the protect need. When the energy field is open, women will finish the need of protect, and when they will sit in my lecture, they will not cross their legs and cross their hands and protect themselves. And why they protect so much here? Because they don't want to be hurt again here.
And it's also connection, you said
It's connection even to my bike. Whatever I will speak in this
No,
lifetime,
I think
it's connection
So
to
I'm
it.
asking about this. So the men, they don't have this centimeter. So
They
have
don't have
less,
vagina.
I know. So, but this is a center of fear. So they have less fear.
No.
So their center of fear. If you
Their
work
center
on
of fear in the rectum. Their center of fear in the rectum, and they don't have less and more because we never compare. But
they have other types of fear.
But the only problem with men, they don't even feel the need to fix yet. This is why they're so
But
fucked
they
up.
do have the ability to fix if they're going to work on the
If,
emotions.
yes. But most of the men are really fucked up in the intelligent emotion.
Okay, but there is hope.
Not handicapped and paralyzed. Fucked up.
Next question that I have. what happened when the drop of the idea coming down to meet the emotion that come up from the pool? What happened? Is this like a balance?
Yeah, this is the balance. This is why in Hebrew it's the same word from what you have in the north, what's in your dungeon, and consciousness. The same word. Mitzafon, mashetzafun, matspun. The same word. Yeah, that's what we want. Because if the idea coming up and the emotion does, and idea coming down and the emotion that didn't come up, so the person is lunatic. We said, oh, he's go to Bellevue. If the emotion is come up and the idea we see, he's getting crazy. And why we want one by one? Because to every stinky pot has a one pure cover. And one by one in the same rhythm of the elevators.
Yeah, but the question was
and then I'm clearing to myself. And if I clear to myself, when Hebrew mouth and here it's the same word, when I clear to myself, I'm balanced, I'm fixing, it's everything. I'm not dealing with the others, and I don't want to wipe the haircut in the mirror and then it will change in me.
But this process, the reason that it's happening, the way we do it is by awareness.
We begin now with awareness. There's
no other way to do it.
There is like I said, the language of the spirit, some work on the emotion. This Tuesday even we're going to a big gathering with a lot of people, and I'm going to work on it here to all the people that in this workshop.
I have a question. You say that if a few emotions come up, not one by one, meaning that there's no order, so it means that we're in the mind, and it's a big mess.
It means we're going to feel that the problem is bigger than us. We're going to feel sad. We're going to feel failure. Because we're going to be angry about ourselves that we create a chance to fix and we didn't fix. So we're going to feel very low.
You say, okay, so my question is, because one idea dropped.
The idea will not come down if three come up.
The idea comes down one by one, but in any case, it doesn't matter, whatever we do. If we put awareness on it, comes one by one.
The same energy.
So if a few comes, so the idea won't
How
come.
many people has so many ideas that doesn't connect it to the earth?
Me.
No. Most of this world, they have so many ideas. Why? What's that idea? Idea is the next lightness, the next angle to see something. So it will come down just with the emotion. That's what we want. If too many ideas or too many emotion.
What do we need to do when there is few emotions coming up?
It means go breathe again and send the elevator again to the dungeon. Put awareness, but yeah, breathe and don't think about with your mind about it, and just accept and trust your spirit and agree to learn about the new order. That's the awareness.
And what if a few ideas come down?
So go to...
What do you do?
To shopper image. What do you do again? The same. The same.
Michael, you said emotional intelligence is the only intelligence that exists. And my question is, there is no spiritual intelligence?
That's the intelligent emotion.
That's the spiritual emotion?
Of course. We are human beings. We cannot really go direct to the spirit. We feel the nefesh, the blood, the fixing, the anger, the fear, the guilt, the love, all that stuff to fix it, and then it goes to the spirit. So the intelligent emotion, that's the intelligent spirit. Okay.
You have a question about this topic? Yeah. Okay, fast. I have a question. question about something else.
Ask.
Okay. We talked about that being open means being open to change. Or
Yeah,
or
being open to the situation that you create. Don't be open to others. You create reality.
Mm-hmm. Not to others, yes.
You create reality. Be open to use it. Be open to yourself to use it.
Yes, but you say we're open to the amount. You said once that we're open at the amount that we allow change, that we're open to change, or something like that.
No, I said, why people count open or not open? The ability to change.
Ability to change.
Why person count old or not? The ability to change.
So that's what I wanted to ask you.
And change, it's in the way of thinking, the drawers, the priorities. It's the only reason why people create cancer or pre-cancer. To change priorities, because that's everything. Okay. Especially when the higher self inside of us, and you put in his eyes drawer that doesn't belong to his eyes, he's blind.
So what I wanted to ask, if you can delegate, that you see that children are more open to change, and then older people. The older, if you in the opposite, if you see older people, which were when they were younger, they were open to change, and now that they're old, they're not open to change. So how come?
This is why in Hebrew, age and happiness is the same word.
But it means that not. The older they get, the less they're open to change. Why is that?
Why?
Yes.
Because they sleepy dimension. They didn't use awareness. They didn't merge to the spirit, so they coming down and down, and most of the world is like that. Coming down and down and down. Less ability, less vitality, less life through them. So they're...
So the more we'll be open to change, and the more we'll be...
To change what?
Not to change.
To change your need. More, go with the spirit, and then you guarantee everything. Yes. Go with your spirit. She knows what to bring. She knows where. She knows when. She knows everything. Go with your spirit. Trust your spirit. That's what I call imun la imun. Trust your spirit, and that's the only safe stocks. No, fly safe, go safe, all this blah blah and bullshit.
Safe flight.
Wake up safe, flight safe, safe. It's like there is outside forces. There is no, you have a contract between you and you. And you create everything, and you're not affected by others, and
so instead of saying drive safely or fly safely, you have to say trust your spirit, and that's it.
Agree to learn.
Agree to learn
to trust your spirit. Agree to learn. When you agree to learn, you have full of wondering, full of gasoline. Agree to learn to love what you create. Agree to learn to love what you miss in yourself near others. You don't miss others ever. Okay, last questions.
Last one, I have two.
1.5.
Last two.
No, one of them is definitely short. Everybody have their own concept, tfisa.
Ambassador of the concept that they need to take forward.
This concept that we need to take forward is part of our purpose, of our yehud. That's
our purpose.
So every time that I'm putting awareness, I'm more in my purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. The other question is very important to me, because I found it really hard always.
Till now, all your question was for others?
No, this is the subject that is very important to me.
Okay.
And the word is persistence. That means atmada.
Atmada, persistence.
I lose interest very quickly in doing things. I want to put awareness in some subject. I do it one day, then it's gone. Then I want to do whatever, everything.
Yeah, I was lecturing about it, that for the first time in our life when we open here, we'll be able to build. Build, it means one brick and another brick and another brick and another brick, and to enjoy. Because here you paralyze and you don't feel, so you want to guarantee the outside, you want to make things outside, you want to mix between things. It's very, very important that the things will be clear, and you will be able more to build and to continue and to enjoy the continuation and to enjoy the idea that you continue, and to feel that every time that you continue, it's new. Every time that you continue the same, it's new. New. That's the feeling we're supposed to have. When this start to release the density with this part. And I don't know yet how I'm going to do it, but for sure I'm going to do it. Okay.
You don't have more questions?
No, there's no questions.
לא משנה גם. Okay. So, I hope you will hear this lecture a few times. If you need some help, you can call me either from far or physically. I'm coming in March for 5 days or 6 days to New York. Also, all the European people. And just agree, like I said, agree to what I said. To ground, you pull off the emotion, left to the left, right to the right. To agree to learn how to release the rectum. To agree to learn, if you're a woman, how to open this little pipe between the top of the vagina and the bottom of the pool of your emotion, both sides, and the
center of the fear.
And the center of the fear between the vagina and the rectum, there is 1 centimeter that send the beam to the earth from there.
What should I agree to? Allow the beam? Or?
Allow the beam, ground the beam, to learn to finish with your protect need, and to finish, to invite attack, and to open your energy fields. So this is some news. I hope you will use it. I cannot hope for you. I hope I will use it. That's what I'm trying to do this time, especially as a man, to fix the fucked up emotionally inside of me, and to use my purpose and be in my purpose, in my mission with joy. I talked today about a lot of very deep issues, so one by one. Just agree to learn. That's it.